passion. Who doesn't have a passion? Someone has passion for music, someone has for sports, someone has for cooking. If you ask me, I would say occupational therapy is my passion. I love my career. I spend my energy to get best outcomes from my passion, from my field, and I would love to achieve the heights in my occupational therapy field. So, what is a passion here? Is there any definition for passion, or we just say that it's I am passionate or be passionate kind of quotes? No. Passion is a strong desire to achieve the goals, and that helps an individual to accomplish their targets. So when we are talking about accomplishments, targets, goals, we are talking about success. Yes, you heard it right. It's success. Passion leads us to success, and we need passion to accomplish what we desire, what we have wished, what we love to do. And by definition, we can split the whole meaning of passion into three parts. That a passion is a powerful feeling full of enthusiasm. It is a push force to make a human being run behind desired goals till they are achieved. And the third one is it is an instinct that changes an impossible to I am possible. I like that. Passion makes us do what is impossible, and that brings energy in us that makes us change it, makes us totally achieve it by the way what we never thought. So that's what a passion is. And when we achieve something, when we reach to our goals, when we reach to our targets, we become happy and satisfied. We feel accomplished. And so passion lies as a significant cause for success and happiness. Is that right? Have you ever experienced passionate achievements? You desired something very badly, you worked so much hard for that, and you finally get it. So that's where passion works. So for as an occupational therapy practitioner, I have merged human psychology of passion with my treatment goals to get best recovery outcomes from my patients. But before that, I would like to give a background what an occupational therapist do, or what I do as an occupational therapist. I work to bring maximum independence in the day-to-day lives of people. I design the treatment goals in such a way they could come back to their near normal lives, and I help them to bring maximum independence possible out of their disabilities. I help them to improve their activities of daily living. So, what is the activity of daily living? That includes every activity that you do since you wake up and you go back to bed. Brushing your teeth, having shower, eating with utensils, going out, dress up, sleep, etc., etc. So, as an occupational therapist, I thought to use passion of the patient to organize their treatment goals. And why I thought to merge passion in organization of my treatment plans? Because I faced two experiences. One was bad and one was really good. Bad things first. I failed because let me share my experience with you. I was asking one client who had stroke and who had difficulty with right hand grasp patterns. I I was a fieldwork student at the time, and I was firmly believing that whatever I was reading from the textbook, I will implement it on my clients. But but that client was not interested in my treatment. I found out now why. So I at that time I asked him to pick up pegs from the pegboard and put match them into the another puzzle board. But he was not interested in that. His occupation was he was I think bank officer. Yes. So when he was bank officer and when you asked them to play with the pegs, of course he's going to think that, oh, how, why should I do this childish stuff? It's for kids, right? Even now I don't like to play with the Lego, or I don't like to play with the Barbie dolls. And if somebody will tell me that just twist Barbie doll's hand up and down, I'm not going to do that because I feel it's so childish. But as a fieldwork student, I never understand that. So I messed it up. And that was a bad experience. I never thought of knowing that person's passion or that person's interest and convert them into his passion and design his treatment goes as per the passionate desire. But good experience. So here it comes. I used there was a woman. She was 56 years old, and she had life independent life for 56 years. I asked her to hold a cup, designed cup, specially for her grandparents. So to and she was more than happy to drink water from that cup, holding the cup independently, because I observed that she was not at all interested in asking others to help her in her activities of daily living. For her, being independent was her passion. She lived her life independently. She wanted to live like that. So I helped her by designing some modifications in her daily utensils. She was able to manage her daily life and she was more than happy, and she was happily moving from one step to the another step in towards achievement of her um, therapeutic goals. And that's where I it clicked in me that passion is passion has to do something with the occupational therapy treatment. So why it is necessary to know a patient's passion? So and okay, you see this picture and you know what I'm going to say. Everybody knows Mr. Steve Jobs. Who does not know him, right? Apple. Okay, so he believed, Mr. Steve Jobs believed in do what you love. He believed in the power of passion, and according to him, people with passion can change the world for the better. So I think, why not a person with difficulty can change the world? For what reason? And as an occupational therapist, I always focus on asking people, do it yourself, make this happen. And if I miss the important word passion in my therapeutic plan, I think I am missing a biggest step. Before that, I would love to explain a little bit about passion, from where the word passion came, and what we think what is passion in today's time. And I will go back to my example and my utilization of passion for therapeutic purposes after this explanation. So, a little bit of history. To our astonishment, there was no existence of the word passion and its meaning before 17th century. Can you believe that? People were talking about interest, I beliefs, they were talking about emotions, sentiments, and all those other words, but not passion. In the 17th century, philosophers favored talk of passion and affect, while their 18th century counterparts made increasing use of sentiment. None of these terms carried the meaning they do now, but at least the word passion came from the 17th century. And today, in 2012, the recent research suggests that passion is defined as a strong inclination toward a self defining activity that people like and sometimes love to do. They find it important and in which they invest time and energy on a regular basis. Yes, so here it comes. People love to invest their time and energy for what they think they will get some success, they will be recognized as, or like they love to spend their time, energy, their skills into something what they desire, for what they are passionate for. So there are mainly two types of passion. Uh, First is harmonious passion, and another one is the obsessive passion. As an occupational therapist, I would love to use harmonious passion for my patients. Why? Because harmonious passion originates from an autonomous initialization of an activity into one's identity, while obsessive passion is a controlled one, right? So it comes from, it controls the person. Um, Sometimes, if we talk about harmonious passion, uh, it contributes to sustained psychological well-being while preventing the experience of negative affect, psychological conflict, and ill-being. So it avoids psychological conflict and ill-being. That means it makes person happy and motivated. Whereas obsessive passion is not expected to produce such positive effects and may even facilitate negative effect, which is not needed in an occupational therapy setting, because we want people to get motivated towards what their goals are, towards what they want to achieve, and what kind of recoveries they want from therapists and from themselves, of course. So I think we as an occupational therapist should use harmonious passion of the patient to bring best possible recovery outcomes. But as I talked before, that how can we use how to know, how can we know about what a client's passion is? So here is a simple procedure that everybody knows. Whenever you visit any doctor or a therapist, the very first thing they do is they take your history. They try to know everything about you. They will ask so many questions. You fill the form when you visit any physician or any dermatologist or any healthcare provider. They give you some form to fill up, and nowadays they are online also, so you need to check everything and keep it ready for the doctor for a reference, so the doctor would know you better, right? So I would prefer as an occupational therapist that we should ask specific questions to know more about their passion. How to know about their passion? So we can ask them, what is your favorite movie? List any three favorite movies, any three sports, or what is your favorite pastime, and what is your favorite thing to do? What is that you thought to do since long but you have no time to do that? So by asking this kind of questions, we will know our patient best. We will know about their creative side, their side that they love to live like. Somebody has passion for travel and food, and somebody loves to cooking, and we as an occupational therapist use that passion, their interests, and their actual interested passion for recovery standards. We can also ask their family members. But so after knowing we can ask their family members and we can design their therapeutic plan. How an occupational therapist will help a patient and his passion. So here is the passion pyramid. I found this very interesting. Initially, this pyramid was built up for leaders and the employees for the successful organizational outcome. But I twisted it a little bit, and I request my viewers to imagine that where they have written leadership skills, they imagine that it's therapeutic skills or therapist related skills, and when they have written word employees, you need to imagine as patients. So it's very easy to understand. We will start from the bottom and we'll reach to the top, that how a therapist will develop passion among their clients, their patients. So number one, to be respected. Therapist skills to develop trust that brings patient engagement in the therapy plan. Number two, to learn and grow. How? As therapists, we coach different activities and counsel for their therapy plan. So, through coaching and counseling skills, we help patients to become more skillful day after another. They will be involved in the therapy plan. So, this involvement and this talents will lead them to the step three, one more higher step, that is to be an insider. By being an inclusive therapist, patient would feel connected. They would like to come for the treatment on a regular basis. If the therapy is regular, of course, they are going to get benefits out of that very, very soon. Number four, to do meaningful work. That is what an occupational therapist asks their clients to do. As an occupational therapist, we ask our clients to do meaningful tasks. Every task, every functional task that has some meaning. By by asking them to like by determining client related purpose, values, and visions, that means goals, we get increased engagement of the client. We determine short term and long term goals. In collaboration, we ask them so many questions. Like I said before, we will collaborate with our clients during the history taking. We will ask them many questions regarding their, and that will also include their what is their passion or related questions to know them more, so that we can design their treatment plan, treatment strategy, and ultimately we will get a passion. We will know what a client's passion is, that is to be on a winning team. Number 5, and there a passionate client will um, so the passionate client who would achieve the desired outcomes. How? So again, so this pyramid, passion pyramid, helps us to determine a client's passion, and we get some direction how we should move further with the therapeutic plan. And so the as an occupational therapist, we can utilize passion for best possible recovery and therapeutic goals achievements. Patient is the heart of the vicious cycle, and achievement of passion and related success is a vicious cycle. So first of all, imagine in this image that patient is the heart, and you can see passion in the blue arrow. From the passion pyramid, we have developed one passion from the patient, so we know what he loves to do the most. We will utilize that activity and we will move further. This passion will lead the client to increase their effort in whatever therapy is going on. This increased effort will convert into the effort that is in the yellow arrow. This yellow arrow will move further to the pink arrow, that is success, and success will bring best possible outcome. So for example, one client, as I talked before, my client, she wanted to be independent. Her long term goal was to be independent in daily routine. I picked one short term goal, that to be able to drink water independently with the use of water cup and own hand. She was passionate. I developed the passion. I came to know about her passion. So I designed and modified her cup that increased her effort to reach towards cup, hold it, bring it to the mouth. She was trying and failing, trying, failing. Efforts were happening, and one day she achieved the success. So there was the achievement of the short-term goal. So again, the cycle is running on and on. So the success mood next step was again a new passion, that was to be independent in some other activity. So this way the I utilize patient's passion into therapeutic recovery. Ultimately, passion brings psychological well-being, and psychological well-being brings better work performance. That's what an occupational therapy general occupational therapy goal works on. So I had this idea about utilizing passion to get best possible functional outcome in an occupational therapy practice framework, and we can bring change. We can change the world of occupational therapy field of practice through theories of passion. Here are some examples that patients can do just anything what they desire. For example, they can play tennis, they can do gardening, they can play racing, and so on. There are numerous examples in the world that people have achieved so many achievements and successes despite of their physical or psychological difficulties. So it is just necessary to know what they want to do, what they are desiring and what their passion is, and we can design our treatment goals differently, and we can bring change. So just merge passion with the occupational therapy and get the success.